Hi everyone. So I'm gonna be making another arrangement today. I bought these hydrangeas. They've been sitting in water because I watched a video about how they take in their water from up here more than like their stems, which is interesting. So, as I'm sure some of y'all know, hydrangeas do not last that long, so that's why I try to put them in water. And then I have these right here, which I shouldn't have thrown the little wrapping away, so I could have looked at the name. And I tried to pre-cut everything earlier so it wouldn't take so long. But I got these, which are fun. I might have to trim them just a little bit. But this is why I am so upset, is because these are the tulips that I got. But if y'all look, all of the top of their stems are brown, and the base of the tulips, I don't know if you can tell because of the lighting, are brown. Like, they are brown, and that's like so upsetting. So I'm like, I just bought them. So anyway, I have 3 hydrangea stems, which I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fill this up with water real quick. Okay, and then I'm also gonna make sure to put my powder in here. I didn't really know if this was really helpful, but I was working with someone who does floral arrangements all the time, and she was like, definitely makes a big difference. And I'm gonna put this one in because this one is specific to tulips. So I'm gonna make sure to put this one in there. Then I'm gonna swirl it all around. Also, I have a wider mouth vase this time, so I hope that I got enough flowers. I think my hydrangeas will make up the space. Anyway, okay. So I am gonna start. I'm gonna have to trim this a little bit. I'm gonna start with my hydrangeas, and then I cut at an angle as well that helps them absorb water more. And then I also removed some of their leaves closer to the top, but I actually think I'm gonna remove all of the leaves. Literally all of my clippings are like popping off of the table. They look a lot brighter with this lighting than what they really are. I don't know how this is gonna go, y'all. I really don't. Okay, I'm gonna take this leaf off. I'm gonna trim it a little bit. I just never have a good idea of where to like place them, and I'm wondering if I should be using the taping method a little bit more often. So I'm gonna start with putting, those are looking a little high, just a tiny bit, so I'm gonna trim them. I feel like the prep is actually what takes way longer than actually arranging. Okay, so I'm gonna put 2 tulips over there. I'm gonna trim these a little bit. I'm gonna put 2 tulips on the other side of the hydrangeas. And I think I'm just gonna keep going 2 by 2 so that I know that it's balanced and like symmetrical. Okay, so I've put 2 over there, and they're all sort of staying. This is what it's looking like so far. Let's hope this is good. I might need to trim them even more. I wish y'all could respond, but okay. I'm gonna trim them just a little bit more, and we're gonna see how that goes. Okay, so I'm gonna put these 2 back over here. I do think that looks a little bit better. Put these 2, that definitely looks better. Okay, I'm gonna trim these 4. I'm thinking that my little cute yellow flowers, I'm gonna do the same thing of going 2 by 2. I don't know how many stems I bought. It sort of looks like, is this? Sometimes I trim them and then they're still just like oddly really, really high. Okay, I need to trim this guy. I've been working with tulips the most recently because it's been my vibe for sure. I need to find some peonies, but I stick to just finding flowers at Trader Joe's for now, if it's just for like an arrangement for the apartment. And then if it's like an event, I'll go to Halls in Birmingham, or I'll go to Davis. I haven't been to Davis in a pretty long time. Okay, so I'm gonna put my other two over here. So, okay. This is sort of what it's looking like right now. I'm sort of liking it, sort of trying to figure it out. Okay, and then I have 6 stems left, so I'm gonna do 2 and 2 again, which is good. I have like have I done? Yeah, I've done 4 on each side. I feel like the most important part of an arrangement is making sure that everything's balanced, because it can look so lopsided, and then I feel like that just ruins an arrangement. Also, I'm noticing as I'm doing this, the vase is very, very wide. I probably should have done a smaller mouth vase, but it's okay. We're still learning, so it's all good. And then my last 2 tulips are going to go over here. Okay, this is how it's looking right now. I feel like it's pretty equal, pretty symmetrical. And then I have these cuties. I'm definitely gonna need to trim them a little bit more. Okay, I'm thinking that I'm sort of going to place them in the middle. Honestly, this is pretty cute. They do need to be a little bit shorter. I think if they're shorter, it's gonna be perfect, actually. It is really cute. Okay, this looks good. And like I said, I just put 5 in. Yeah, I think I have about 12. Okay, so I've put 3 over there, so I'm gonna put some over here. The height is, watching myself arrange them in the camera is really nice, because I can look, and when the stems are too tall, it really stands out, which is nice, because when I'm looking at them, I'm like, oh yeah, this looks good. But in the camera, I can tell it does not look good. Okay, and then I have 6 more. I'm gonna trim these real quick. I also need to get some tools that are actually for like flowers. I'm literally using kitchen scissors, so would probably help my flowers. Those are looking tall still. I'm gonna trim these. I'm like really bummed about how the tulips looked. Like, it completely ruined my vibe. And like in hindsight, I probably should have looked at them a little bit closer. But I was like, oh my goodness, white tulips. Because I did pink tulips recently, so I was like super excited that I saw some white tulips. But actually, just kidding, they're brown. Okay, so this is what I have right now. And I'm liking it, and then part of me also is not liking it. Some of these are a little too tall. Okay, so I've sort of stuck them in the middle. I think if I had a vase with a smaller mouth and it was like, let me show you guys, and it were like this, I think this little guy right here is what's getting me. I hate to do it, but it has to go. Okay, this looks good. I think what I'm gonna do is just find a smaller, I think I'm just gonna use this vase right here. And I spilled water. I think it's just how wide the vase is. And that one is still wide, and it's still spread out. Okay. As you guys can tell, I am definitely new at this. Okay, I'm gonna pour the water into another vase again. Third time's the charm. it's still spread out, but honestly, I think it looks a lot better. These over here are feeling very, very tall. So I'm gonna trim these, put them back. Okay. Ooh, I cannot tip this. I'm gonna take it out so I can show you guys. But this is ultimately what it looks like. I was working with a florist and she would wrap something around them. So I'm sort of thinking about probably putting some rubber band around them so that they're closed. But this is our final look and I went with this small vase. So thank you so much for watching.